Okay, hey everybody, it's good to see all y'all here tonight. There's a good crowd. My goodness, how many people here tonight are visitors? Raise your hand. How many visitors? Okay, great deal. Corey, hey, good to see you here tonight. Hey, the reason that I'm here is because in the years past I've been in the real estate business, I've been in the development business, and as y'all know, the real estate business and development business is very flat. And I was very fortunate in that I was blessed to have a friend named Hal Campbell who called me and told me, he said, "Bill, take a look at this right here." And I said, "Oh, Hal, no, I'm not looking at anything." He said, "Yeah, oh no, I don't want to do it." Well, he kept calling me. He finally got me into his office, and I went in and I looked at it, and I couldn't believe how simple it was and how neat it was. I decided to join. I'm glad I did. I've been able to get free gas and groceries for most of the 8 weeks I've been in the business. Not every week that I've gotten it, but most every week I've gotten free gas and groceries. But it is available to us to have an opportunity to do this. And I know you folks here tonight, you know, some of you have been invited by people, some of you have looked at road signs, some of you had a business card, some of you looked at websites. But regardless of what you looked at, you were here because you found that you were asked a question about gas and groceries. Would you like to find out how to get free gas and groceries? And that's why you're here, and that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, Corey, if you don't mind, I'm going to use you as a guinea pig tonight and put you on the board. We're going to talk about your progress in your situation. Is that all right? Okay, thank you, Corey. I'm going to put you right here on the top of this board. And Corey, the name of our company is MPB Today. That's my premier business today. We are a marketing arm of Southeast Groceries in Pensacola, Florida. I don't know if y'all realize this. I certainly did not. That the home delivery grocery business is a $1 billion a year business. I never heard of it. Didn't know there was such a thing. But guess what? It's going to grow in the next 5 to 10 years to $85 billion. That's something that we're going to look at in the future. But tonight we're going to look at MPB Today, which is the marketing arm, and how we can make money with that marketing arm. We're going to make money through cash, and we're going to make money from Walmart gift cards. That sound good to y'all? Okay, good deal. All right, Corey, there's two things that you need to do to be a member of MPB Today. The first thing you need to do is pay an entry fee. The entry fee is $210. It's $200 for a deposit against groceries and a $10 fee for a website. So you think, okay, $210. What else is there do I have to pay? Well, there's nothing else. There are no monthly dues. There's no auto ship. There's nothing. There's a $200 one-time grocery deposit. And so, Corey, you decided to get in the business. We're going to put you down here that you paid $200 grocery deposit, and you paid $10 for an annual website. The website that we have, it tracks all of our business. It does everything we needed to do for $10 a year. I mean, gosh, you know, most companies charge $25, $50, $39, whatever, a month to have a website. And here we are offering it to you for $10. Well, Corey, when you get into the business, there's another thing that the company says that you have to do in order to be successful. You have to get two people into the business. When you show two friends this business, and they get in, then you are eligible from now on to receive checks. Now, I guess my question is, do you know two people that buy gas and groceries? Yeah, I think so. Everybody buys gas and groceries. So our market is 100% of the people. So with that in mind, Corey, we're going to go out, we're going to help you, and you're going to show two people, and these two people are going to get into the business. You got Bob, and you got Mary, and they're going to do the same thing that you did. They're going to pay a $210 fee, a $200 deposit, and a $10 website fee. Now remember, the $200 deposit, when I say deposit, it's really what it is. It's the deposit. You get it back. If you know, whenever you want it back, you can get it back, okay? So when Bob gets into the business, Corey, you make $50 off when you get Bob into the business, and when Mary comes in, you make $50 off of Mary. Now you are qualified for life to get checks from MPB, okay? So now that you've made $100, I'm going to put your money up here that you're making. You made $100 for getting Bob and Mary into the business. Now you, Corey, you can go out and you can get more people into the business if you want. There's 6 spots that we need to fill in this matrix. This is called a 2x2 matrix, and it's called a 2x2 follow you matrix. And what that means, I'll explain to you in just a minute. What follow me means, the follow me matrix, is pretty cool. But what happens right now is the computer numbers these places. This is spot number 1, spot number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. And the reason the computer numbers them that way is because when you put somebody into the business, you don't say where they go. You don't place anybody in the business. The computer does it for you. And the way it does it, Corey, is it goes from top to bottom and from left to right. So the first person that goes in spot number 1. The second person goes in spot 2 and 3 and 4 and so on down the matrix. So now what's going to happen now is Bob is going to go out and Bob's going to tell 2 friends of his, and he gets this one filled and this one filled with 2 people, and Mary does the same thing, gets 2 people into her matrix, and so now you have 6 people that have signed up under you, and you have cycled. And so what that means is that you have filled this matrix. That's all there is to do. That's the only thing you're trying to do is fill that one matrix, and you're trying to cycle. C-Y-C-L-E, and that's a big name in this business, is cycling. So once you cycle, the company now rewards you. The company says, okay, hey, we're going to give you a $100 bonus for cycling, and we're also going to take this $200 that you put over here and flip that and make that a Walmart gift card. So now you got $200 in cash and a $200, can't write that too good, let me do that a little better, and a $200 Walmart gift card. So you have $400 that you've gotten back on your $200 investment. The company also now gives you a $200 grocery credit. So you've got $400 plus a $200 grocery credit, and that $200 grocery credit is what the company's going to use to allow you to do another matrix. And so let's just say we take that $200 grocery credit from the company and we let it ride, because what do you want to do? You want to go over and take the same thing you did before, we want to do it again. And you'll see why in just a minute. Corey, here you are again. Your $200 that you put up for your deposit is still there. The company's taken it here and they've let it ride over to here, so they put you into the next matrix. Now, the reason that we want to do that is because, Corey, now you want to fill up another matrix so that you can make more money than you, just like you made before. And now, matrix is still, just like it was before, 6 people, okay? Now, when we talk about over here, let's say you did this in the first week, and by the way, there is no time frame, there is no time limit. If you do it in a day, that's great. If you do it in a week, that's great. If you do it in a month, that's great. It's up to you. It's your own business. You can do it at your own speed. But here's the beautiful part. If you do it in a week, our weeks in the company end on Sunday at midnight. The checks are cut on Thursday. They mailed out. You'll get it on Saturdays or Monday. You know, I usually get mine on Saturday, but I have got a couple on Monday also. But it is mailed out once a week. But now that you've cycled over here once, you've got Bob and Mary into the business, you're going to have another matrix, and we're going to again number these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, because that's the way the computer reads it, and that's the way the computer's going to put people into your business. Well, when I said it just a minute ago, I talked about follow you matrix. Bob and Mary, who you personally signed into the business, will follow you from now on. No matter where you go, after they cycle and they go to start a new matrix, they'll come under you. They'll follow under you. For example, let's say that Bob goes down here and Bob goes and gets number 3 and number 4, and they get people under him, and Bob cycles. Well, Bob wants to continue with the business just like you did. So what does Bob do? He has to start his new matrix, but he follows you. He goes to the first available spot under you, which in this case is right here. So Bob is there, and you're started on your second matrix, and you're working hard yourself. In the meantime, while this is going on, you show this to Al, and Al gets into the business, and this is yours. You sponsored Al into the business, so you make another $50, but Al fills another place for you. In the meantime, Bob goes down here and Bob gets Joe, a friend of his, and Bob gets Sam, another friend of his. While that's going on, Mary over here started to work, and she says, hey, this is not so bad. I think I'll go out and I'll do my thing too, and I'll get number 5 and number 6, the 2 people I got into the business. I will get them in and allow them to cycle also. They allow her to cycle by getting into the business. So now that Mary cycles, Mary wants to go do it again too. She has to start a new matrix. But she always follows you, Corey. And she can only go under you at the first available spot. In this case, it's number 5. So Mary goes here, and that fills your next to last spot under your matrix. And it also helps out Al. Al doesn't even know Mary, but Mary is now under him, and now Al only has 5 more spaces to fill in his matrix for him to cycle. So Corey, when Al gets another person, or let's just say Al gets Tom over here. Once he gets Tom and your matrix is filled, guess what, Corey? You cycled again. Well, that's pretty cool. But now you cycled again, and you make $50 for cycling because you got Al into the business. That's the only one you personally sponsored. But because you cycled, the company gives you a $100 cash bonus and a $200 Walmart gift card that comes from your bank. Okay, so you make $350 on that cycle. You made $400 on the first one, you made $350 on the second one. The company also gives you a $200 grocery credit. Well, what's going to happen with the grocery credit? You're going to let it ride, all right? Because you want to go do another matrix. And so that's what happens. The $200 grocery credit they give you here, that's a credit, and you use that to let it ride to start another matrix. There's something pretty significant at this point, though, in the company. This takes you to phase 2 in the company. This is all part of phase 1, and now we're going to talk just a minute about phase 2. And I don't want to get it so complicated that you don't, that you get lost, because that's what happened to me. I didn't understand it, and it took me 2 or 3 times to go through it before I could understand it. But what happens now is, because you have cycled twice, you are now eligible for a coded infinity bonus. And that is infinity. Everybody knows that goes on and on and on and on. So what happens is, you have become a bronze designation in the company, and because you have cycled twice, a bronze designation earns you $80 every time somebody in your group cycles. Every time somebody in any of these matrices, from you down, anytime they cycle, you make $80. For example, let's go over here to number 3. Number 3 happens to be we'll call this Joe, okay? And Joe gets really excited and really goes to town, and Joe goes over here and Joe cycles. When Joe cycles, because you're a bronze and he's under Bob, who you sponsor into the business, he's in your downline, you make $80. Well, let's just say this next person over here, this is Alice, and Alice does the same thing. She goes down and she cycles. There's another $80 Corey, that you pick up. So you made $160 just on those 2 people cycling. Just take this grocery credit out of here. We know that goes to the next matrix. And with $160 now, that this week you've had a pretty good week. You make $510 for the week, and you are off and running. Okay. Now, what happens is, when Bob over here cycles twice, or Mary cycles twice, or Al cycles twice, somebody that you sponsored into the business, when they cycle twice, they will become bronze and you'll become pearl. Okay, so wait a minute, what does that mean? Well, if they become bronze and you're pearl, guess what? Let's spell it right, P-E-A-R-L. You become pearl, and as a pearl, because Al or Mary or Bob became a bronze, he gave you a promotion. And so now, instead of making $80, you make $100. And it goes all the way, 100, 120, 140, all the way up to $200. So it just keeps on going. Like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and this is just the start of what we're doing. I encourage any of y'all, when the meeting's over with tonight, if you want to come back and come up and have any questions that you have, come up. I'll go over them with you. We'll go over the board again. My phone number is right here at the top. It's Bill Johnson, 865-300-1953. Since this is going on to a recording, this will be something that if you see this recording at home and you want to get in touch with me, call me at that number, and I'll be glad to go over everything I've gone over here. We'll get together personally if you live nearby.